Hello and welcome to the Skill Ripjaws channel, and today this is my $600 gaming PC for 2016. So if you can't really afford a super expensive gaming PC, but you still want something that'll make you feel very confident in your PC gaming abilities, especially when it comes to running your favorite PC titles, then this is the PC build for you. For 600 bucks, we were actually able to squeeze in a quad-core Intel processor and a very solid performing AMD graphics card. So let's get into the build. Now for the processor, we're going with the Intel Core i5-6400 for $180. This is the cheapest Core i5 processor you can get from Intel right now that is in the i5 variant, and this runs off of the Skylake architecture and can run at 2.7 GHz that can turbo boost up to 3.3 GHz. Anyways, for $180, this is a steal deal for this gaming PC. It's very rare to find quad-core i5s in such cheap budget gaming PCs like this, but this is a really awesome thing to see in this gaming PC, especially when you consider, even though it has a low clock speed, it still manages to crank out pretty amazing performance for its price. And I mean, nonetheless, it is an i5 processor, which is a whole other thing in its own. Now for the motherboard, we're going with the Asus H110M-K motherboard. This is a micro ATX motherboard from Asus, and it has all the things that you want for pretty much a standard gaming motherboard. It has a dedicated PCI 3.0 slot for your graphics card. It can support up to 32 GB of DDR4 RAM at a speed of 2133 MHz, and it does the job for a gaming motherboard. Now for the RAM, we're going with the Skill Ripjaws 4 Series 8GB RAM kit. This is running at a speed of 2400 MHz and has a total capacity of 8GB, and on top of that, it's actually in a dual channel kit. And I mean, for the price, you can't really go wrong with this RAM kit, especially when you take in the fact that most games still only need 8GB of RAM most to run them. Now for the hard drive, we're going with the Western Digital Blue 1TB hard drive for 48 bucks. This is a very solid performing hard drive, and it's actually one of the most reliable on the market, and budget PC gamers always love this hard drive because it always gives a really amazing gaming performance and loading performance when it comes to loading up, your videos, operating system, games, anything like that. And I mean, it's a Western Digital Blue hard drive, and those have amazing reliability, so there's no need to worry about any sort of hard drive failure occurring on this hard drive. Now for the graphics card, we're going with AMD's Golden Boy RX 480. This is the hot new graphics card coming out from AMD, and is their flagship graphics card. This is based off of the Polaris 10 chipset, has a total stream count of 2,304 stream processors. This also has a base clock speed of 1,206 MHz, and obviously this is pretty overclockable, and this has up to 4 to 8 GB of VRAM depending on which model you choose, which in this video, we're using the 4 GB model. But anyways, if you're planning to have this gaming PC for a long time and not upgrade it, this is actually a very smart graphics card to go with, because it actually outperforms the GTX 1060 and a lot of DirectX 12 titles. And if you don't know what DirectX 12 is, that's basically the future of graphics technology for all PC games, because right now we're in DirectX 11, but soon in a few years we'll all be moving over to DirectX 12 for all of our PC games. So if you're planning to keep this gaming PC for a long time, then this graphics card is a very smart choice to go with, since it performs very well in DirectX 12 games and even outperforms the GTX 1060 in DirectX 12. Now for the case, we're going the NZXT Source 210 Elite for $44. This is a bit of a different case that I've decided to go this time for this gaming PC, and I mean, it still has everything that you want for a very successful gaming case, and it's still one of the best gaming cases you can get for under 50 bucks. It can support up to USB 3.0, it has a very rigid chassis design, this also has pretty adequate airflow, and actually, for under 50 bucks, this case also comes in white, so if you have a white PC gaming setup, you can actually place this case along with all of its gaming components inside of it, run your white desk gaming setup, and it'll fit pretty well and match the color scheme. Now finally, for the power supply, we're going the EVGA 500 watt power supply. This has an 80 plus power efficiency rating. This can support up to 500 watts, and I mean, it's an EVGA power supply, and those have been gaining a lot of notoriety lately for being very solid performing power supplies, and obviously very reliable ones too. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and all that, and this is the Skill Ripjaws channel signing out.